Hi guys, I am trying to fix a crustless, breadless pizza, and don't know if it's going to work or not. What I did was I put a layer of pepperonis on the bottom, that's my crust, and then I sliced up some mozzarella cheese real thin and laid those flat on top of the pepperonis. Then I put a thin layer of this deli shaved ham, large pieces over that, and then on top of that I put some tomato sauce, some pizza sauce, and then I sprinkled some more mozzarella cheese with it that's been grated, and on top of that put some of this cooked sausage bits, chunks, and sliced up some olives, and put some pizza seasoning on top, sprinkled on the top. I got the oven over here set for 400 degrees, and I just hope it doesn't catch fire or burn or turn into a melty mess. We'll see what happens. Well, it's about 8 minutes after we put it in, and it's really smelling good in the kitchen here. It smells just like a pizza. Probably that Italian spice is helping out. But since there's no bread to be cooking in there, it looks like it's actually cooking a lot faster because there's no bread there to cool it off or to prevent the ingredients from cooking. So it looks like just a couple more minutes and it'll be done here. It looks like the parchment paper is working really good. It's not burning on the edges. It's working just like it's supposed to. Well, I just took it out of the oven. It actually ended up staying in there for just over 20 minutes. I wanted to kind of recreate, all the crispy toppings, on the cheese and so forth, so that it would look and taste as much like a pizza as possible. There's quite a bit of oil, I guess, on the edges because this parchment isn't really allowing it to drain away, and I suppose it would normally soak into the pizza dough, but maybe when it gets cooler it won't seem so greasy. But sure does smell good right now. Well, it's been cooling for about 10 minutes now, and it's kind of shrinking up a little bit, looking a little bit more like a regular pizza, and you can see that it's not stuck to the parchment. It's still a little wet. It's not really, a pizza without bread, but I figure when it cools and it'll get a little more solid, a little more firm, and be able to hold it. It's still kind of hot, but man, it really smells good, looks good. Can't wait to have a bite of it. I'm just gonna let it cool a little bit more, maybe soak up some of the grease on it, but I'm very hopeful this will turn into like a new thing, breadless pizza, for those who can't handle the carbohydrates. Well, I've got a slice kind of dried out, and it smells really good, and I'm going to try it now. Tastes just like pizza. Man, that's good. Wow. You should try it. Thumbs up on this. Breadless pizza. Yeah. Obviously, I've eaten most of this pizza, and boy, it was really, really good. I just want to point out that this is a parchment paper that this was cooked on, and it's actually designed to be used in the oven under high temperatures. It's not wax paper. You don't want to use wax paper. You can get this in any grocery store in the same aisle that you would find like saran wrap or aluminum foil or wax paper. But what I'm kind of really surprised about is that it's really strong. There's a lot of strength to it. Even when it gets the grease in it, it could actually pick up the whole pizza when it was full, and it wasn't even close to ripping. What I want to point out about this pizza is that along the edges here, it's real crispy, where the cheese and the pepperoni that's under it come together and kind of create a little crust there. And flavor-wise, it's just indistinguishable from pizza with a crust, you know, I would take this any day. You know, I don't really miss having bread in this pizza at all, except for the fact that, you know, I can't really eat carbohydrates and bread. So if you can't have bread and it runs you down, and like it does me, this is like a really great way to have pizza if you can't have bread.